Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah walhamdulillah assalatu wassalamu ala ashrafi rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in amma ba'd. Welcome back to the second episode on the biography of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In the first episode we talked about the family of Habib sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the blessed union of his beloved parents. On today's episode we're going to talk about few amazing moments on the early life and the childhood of Habib sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Rabiul Awwal 12th, a Monday, soon after the delivery of the newborn baby Amina radiallahu anha, placed the newborn in the arms of Abdul Muttalib, the grandfather of Habib sallallahu alaihi wasallam. With joy and happiness, Abdul Muttalib conveys the news to the whole family. He rushes to Kaaba to offer the prayers of thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, expressing his gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it is at this moment Abdul Muttalib decided to choose the name Muhammad, the name that sparkled curiosity among the Arabs of that time. That's because naming customs during that time followed certain pattern, with the newborns being named after the names of their paternal grandfathers. So when the people asked Abdul Muttalib on choosing such a unconventional name by not naming the newborn with the name of the paternal grandfather, which is the name of Abdul Muttalib himself, he would say, I wish for this child to be praised by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from the heavenly world and praised by the creations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from the earthly world. And he knew that he would name the baby as Muhammad. The name Muhammad has significant importance. It means the one who is highly praised. Abdul Muttalib received this name in a powerful dream. In his dream, a silver necklace seemed to appear from his back, which was stretching to the entire heavens and the earth, covering the east and the west. So when he sought the interpretation of his dream, it was told to him, you will have a child. Easterners and the Westerners will all respect the child. The creations from the entire heavens and the earth will glorify him. Even the mother Amina radiallahu anha also had amazing divine dreams during her pregnancy. It was conveyed in her dream that the baby she conceived is the leader of the Ummah. And soon after the delivery, it was instructed to Amina radiallahu anha to name the newborn as Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now let's move on quickly. So back then there was a tradition among Arab families to send their newborns to the countryside to be nursed. It wasn't just about following the tradition or the norm, but it was a practical decision. The newborn babies under the desert condition with its fresh air and the tough conditions, they would grow strong and healthy. It also helped the babies to build the immunity faster. Among the families known for nursing and raising the newborn babies, the one of them the most respected was Banu Sa'ad. They lived in the southeast of Mecca. Amina radiallahu anha wanted her baby to be nursed by someone from this Banu Sa'ad tribe. At that time, many women from Banu Sa'ad came to Mecca to find a newborn to nurse. Among them was a woman named Halima radiallahu anha. She came to Mecca along with the husband Harith and her own baby Abdullah. But here's the thing, Halima and her family were going through a really tough time. They had a drought in their area and they did not have enough food to eat. She didn't have milk to give her own son. However, they made their way to Mecca hoping to find a newborn baby to nurse, thereby getting an additional income which would help them support their struggling family. Now, the narrations of Halima radiallahu anha are mentioned in an authentic resources, And here is what Halima radiallahu anha herself narrated her journey from Banu Sa'd to Makkah. She says, once there was a drought in our area and we ran out of all our resources, and I needed to travel to Makkah quickly to find a newborn to nurse. We had a grey female donkey and a camel with very little milk left on it, and my baby was crying non-stop because I didn't have milk to give him. However, we made our way to Makkah. We joined with the people who were traveling to Makkah with the same mission of finding a newborn to nurse. As we traveled to Makkah, my friends were surprised at the slowness of our animals, which were really weak, and we all hoped for the rain, but it didn't rain until we reached Makkah. And as we reached Makkah, the mothers, they rushed to find the babies to nurse, and they all returned with the babies. But I went to Amina radiallahu anha because most of the mothers were hesitant to take up an orphan boy. Now let me pause the narration of Halima radiallahu anha for a while and give you a few insights about nursing at that time. Nursing wasn't just a job. It created a bond with lasting benefits. It connected the rural families with those in the city, with each of them fulfilling their needs. Many of the vet nurses, they were hesitant to take up the baby of Amina because the baby was an orphan. And they wanted someone or some family who can pay them more. However, Halima radiallahu anha perceived something unique in this child. She thought, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala may bless us with this baby boy. With that hope, she took the boy from the hands of Amina radiallahu anha and she placed him close to her breast. Immediately, something miraculous happened. Halima's breast started lactating. Milk flowed abundantly. Halima radiallahu anha fed the leader of the ummah, the master of the creations. She fed the baby of Amina. She also fed her own baby. She fed both of them until they both got satisfied. Here's how Halima radiallahu anha described this miraculous moment in her own words. She says, as soon as I held the baby, my milk increased. Both my son and the baby drank enough. And even our animals, which stopped giving milk, are suddenly full again. Our donkey became strong and faster than other animals. My husband looked at me and he said, what a miracle, this boy has brought us blessings. I told him, this is what I was hoping for. And Halima continues, she says, the blessings didn't stop there. When we returned back from Makkah to Banu Sa'd, me and the boy were feeding the camel, which was weak. And I felt like the camel had a new energy in it. It was started moving really fast. So fast that we were asked by the friends to wait for them because they were left behind. And the friends were all amazed and they said, oh Halima, she's really fortunate. And indeed, oh Halima, you are fortunate. If there is a luckiest woman in the world after the mother Amina, then it would be you. And that's where we take a pause for now, and we'll explore more in the coming episodes. Until then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.